Hi, everyone. Thank you all for watching. My name is Veronica Rose, and just to remind you, the name of the channel changed. We were known by Experts Corner, hosted by Veronica Rose. Apparently, it's called Viral Knowledge. So now you are most welcome to Viral Knowledge, and let's get started. So today, I would like to talk about the ways how you can conquer the fear of public speaking. Well, everyone fears public speaking. Even the best speaker you know on this earth, at some point, they've ever stumbled at some point on how to speak, how to be bold, how to be confident while they're speaking at an event, speaking at a conference, or training, or an internal training, or even in just meetings. It is usually scary to most of the people. So, for me, I had the fear of public speaking from way back. I know I'm a very good writer. I can articulately write everything. And when it came now to speaking what I've written, it became now a challenge. I could not even think of someone asking me to say anything in a meeting. It wasn't even long ago, but here we are now. Yeah, so I used to have my own fears that held me back then. I used to think I wasn't a good speaker. I used to think I may not make the point sound clear. I used to think my English not so fluent. I used to also think that my Ugandan accent, who will even want to listen to that, all those fears. But anyway, fear is just evidence, false evidence appearing to be real. And if you believe it, it will, of course, be real. If you don't, of course, you'll conquer it. So there is a day one of my very good friend, I may not mention his name because I've not asked for permission on that, but he's a very well-known global leader. He invited me to speak on one of the global webinar series. And I was almost declining the request, but this was my mentor, my very good friend. He supported me in different ways. And then not going for his event, I was like, oh no. But it was not like I didn't want to attend the event, but I had those fears that how am I even going to speak? What am I going to say? A lot of things were coming into my mind. I read the email. I almost declined it. I was like, no, I'll respond to him tomorrow. The next day comes. I was like, no, I'll respond to him again tomorrow. Until almost 2 weeks prior to the event, I was like, you know what, Veronica? Get serious with the preparations, because he had also sent in another email for us to have a prep call. Then I was like, oh my God, what should I do? I started preparing, doing the research on the topic he had shared with us. And I kid you not, the event went well. The people who were in attendance of that event sent me feedback and they're like, you really did great. And that is how my public speaking started. And that's how my fear for public speaking also went. So something new coming in, and something, my fear is going away. So like I always say, be brave enough to suck at doing something new. Well, nobody starts as an expert. So some people are naturally born as great speakers. They grow up, they have it already. Others have to improve day by day, learn new ways of speaking, learn new ways of avoiding some words like when you're making a speech. So it depends on where you are at, but if you want to perfect public speaking, it is something you'll have to try doing day by day as you perfect it. Yeah, so for those who are terrified of public speaking like I used to be, I'll share with you some of the tips that I used back in the day and the ones that I still leverage right now to ensure that I speak and I'm heard. Yeah, so number one is I leverage my expertise. So usually when the event organizers invite me to speak, if they have chosen a topic, that is good. If they haven't chosen a topic and they ask me to choose my own topic, usually I select a topic where I know I have experience in and I'm good at. So that is what I leverage and prepare a presentation so that I make it spectacular, presentation. And then on top of that, I do research. I research a lot to know the facts, because our industry, as you know, it is very evolving. So what you knew yesterday may be relevant today, or the information you had yesterday may have been factual then, but now today something may have changed. So I usually do a lot of research before I speak on a particular topic. And then with public speaking, by the way, you really need to say more yeses. I know it is always good to say no. Maybe you have a lot on your plate, or maybe circumstances in your life at the moment may not support that. But say more yeses in case you get those invites. People inviting you to speak at a conference. Say more yeses, because that is how best you learn by practicing. You learn by doing. You learn better by doing. Also volunteer to speak. Why not? Usually I see different organizations to run a campaign for call for speakers. Volunteer, submit your proposal, submit your request to speak as a speaker. Why not? And then another thing that also helped me with public speaking is vlogging, like the way I'm doing on this channel. So just remind you, the name of the channel now is called Viral Knowledge. So on this channel, I usually host different experts. They share with us information, they share with us knowledge, they share with us their expertise on different aspects related to emerging technologies, corporate governance, digital transformation, mentorship, cybersecurity, data privacy, name them, audit, all of them. And then if you're called upon, please prepare. Always give it your best. Whether the audience is of 20 people, one person, 20 people, 30 people, or I don't know, thousands of people who are in attendance, prepare as much as you can and give it your best. If it means having dry runs, prep calls with the organizers, have them so that you are ready before the event. Practice as much as you can your speech. If you don't want to carry notes and just want to speak without talking points, cram, read, prepare, do rehearsals so that by the time you go to the stage, you're very good to go. And also speak facts. Like I mentioned, research has been key to me. That means you're going to speak facts because they are informed. You're not just speaking out of the blue. So it's good to make your research as you plan for the event, so that you speak facts during the event, the webinar or conference or something like that. And then seek feedback after the event. It is usually good to get feedback. Let somebody tell you, let them critique your presentation style. How was your tone? How did you articulate points? How did you pose when you were speaking? How was the information delivered? Ask for feedback is very important. Then also learn by seeing. Watch other speakers speak and see, well, how are they doing? What are they doing well? What can you copy? What can you imitate? Like that. And then also the other thing, actually at the beginning of the presentation, when I feel terrified, I usually breathe through the tummy like that. Just 1 second, and then you'll be good to go. You'll feel okay. I don't know if that works for you, but if it does, well and good. Then also, if you haven't maybe started yet, you can join Toastmasters so that you get trained. You will learn from other people there. They'll teach you soft skills. They'll teach you how to speak fluently, to capture the audience, to how to deliver the message very well, how to be bold and confident. So you can join Toastmasters around you, and also be yourself. At the end of the day, you don't want to sound like a corporate robot or something. Just speak like you are. Speak like yourself. Be authentic when you're delivering any message. You may be sharing your story or talking about a topic or a domain in your area of expertise. Be yourself. And then give it your best, like I mentioned. Anytime, even if the audience is small or big, you usually give it your best. You never know who is in that audience. So give it your best. And then show up professionally. Some conferences, they'll tell you maybe it's all-white party, or it's a all-white conference, or maybe it's a cultural event. And then maybe they put descriptions of how they want you to show up. But if they don't, at the end of the day, please show up professionally. be well groomed, because the way you dress addresses you, the way you show up addresses you. So you don't want to be now, the topical discussion of the day. So show up professionally, give it your best, be well groomed, dress professionally, dress sharp, just look good. And, what's your confidence code anyway? So those are some of the tips that I usually use when I'm going to speak at any event, whether virtual or physical, webinars, conferences, where I'm a keynote speaker, where I'm a panelist or I'm a moderator, or anything. Actually, to me, public speaking was more of getting out of my comfort zone, because I used to have these fears of speaking in public. Even now, as I record this video, I could not speak the way I'm speaking. But after practicing for a while, now it's something that I do effortlessly. So what are you waiting for? Get out of your comfort zone. You can do this. So thank you so much for watching. Let me see you in the next video. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, this is the right time. Subscribe to Viral Knowledge, hosted by Veronica Rose. Thank you.